BJ, what's up, man?
What's going on?
How you doing?
Doing all right. How about yourself?
Good, man. It's good to see you.
Good to see you.
Haven't seen you in a minute. So we're asking you crazy TikTok questions. Now it'll be a little different. We got some questions coming from the chat, but first I just want to talk about your adjustment to Florida State. What's been kind of the biggest? Oh wow, like I'm in college now moments, and what do you feel like maybe you've adjusted to a little more easily?
I'll definitely say coming in first was tour duty. That was the biggest thing to get used to. I mean, waking up at 5 a.m. Going to the facility, hour straight running and drills. That was hit me in the face pretty hard. Not gonna lie. But overall, like the weight room and everything else, like that's transitioned pretty well. Like I feel like I came here like physical wise, like in the right shape. But I say that's about it. Tour duty probably really hit me in the face the hardest.
You can be honest. This is like, again, no one's listening. I guess. Was there a moment during like that first one where you're like, oh my gosh, I should be in high school right now, like in like economics class, not running around.
A couple of times, yeah, I'm not gonna lie.
And how helpful was it though to have other guys like Camden Fryer, who we're going to talk to next, another early enrollee, Luke Cromenhawk, Charles Lesser, and those guys who were also in your same boat who were doing it? Like, was that helpful having other guys?
Oh yeah, Camden and Luke are definitely like those guys that you want to be around every day. Like those are guys that push you. Like when they say a player-led team, like those are the type of guys that you want to be around that like push you every day, like literally every day, every moment of the day. When you're feeling down, those are guys you want to be around that help you lift you up on a bad day. But yeah, those two guys are really good at doing that. Those are really good teammates.
So you're obviously a highly recruited guy. We have you on here because this is our instant impact newcomers. So there's a lot about your game that I'm sure you love. But what are the things like you're most focused on developing this spring as you adjust to college?
I would say like it's a big difference between like going against college DBs versus high school DBs. So like really, your feet work has to be like on point at like this level to create separation, because separation is like the biggest thing as playing receiver. Like you got to get separation to get the ball. So like that's what I'm really working on. Like I would say right now, like that's my biggest emphasis right now.
Awesome, man. So Grant Gray wants to know if you have to choose here, baseball or football?
I can't answer that question.
I was going to say, this is a football school team, but hey, it's going to be cool, right? You've seen the baseball team do what they're doing. I mean, how exciting was that?
I went last night. That shit was electric, bro.
Did you? Dude.
Yeah, excuse me.
No, you're good. I remember I checked the stats, and I was like, okay, we're in the third inning. We're up like 12-2. So either I'm going to turn it on and I'll be the jinx. Like, I can't turn it on now. I gotta ride it out just looking at the stats in the app. But man, how cool has that been just to see that turnaround that the baseball team's made? And how excited does that get you to join them next spring?
Oh, Coach Jarrett has definitely turned things around there, and I really like that about him. Coach Jarrett actually recruited me when he was at Notre Dame.
Okay. So
like it kind of worked out perfect that I chose to come here because he kept recruiting me once he got here. So, yeah.
So, Nick Snyder wants to know, how do you get in sync with the QB, let alone a QB room? Good question. Yeah, so obviously you're trying to get your timings and your rhythm down with, the starting quarterback, but you'll have a legitimate competition going on right now. You've also got Luke, who gets substantial reps. Like, does that make it more challenging? Does that make you more versatile, working with three quarterbacks? How does that go?
No, because when we all got here, we did our own thing. Went out to the field and we threw it all the QBs. So I've pretty much seen the ball come out of from DJ to Dylan McNamara, even Michael Grant, Trevor Jackson, Luke. I mean, all the guys. I've seen the ball come out of the guys' hands, and we have a great quarterback room from top to bottom. So it's just getting timing down. Repetition is the best way to do that, in my opinion.
So how helpful is it you have such a good mix, right? You've got DJ, who is going into his 6th year of college football, who's seen a couple different systems, very physically gifted as well. You've got Brock, who's been in this system for a full year, has really learned it, was on Jordan Travis's hip last year. And then you've got Luke, ultra talented but very young. What are you kind of able to learn from each guy in that situation? And when y'all are learning the playbook and the mental aspects, who do you go to for what?
Me and Luger probably closes out the quarterback just because he's my class,
right?
And I have I've had the longest relationship with Luke because he recruited me to come here. He did a really good job of doing that. Yeah, Luke's a good dude, but I kind of lean on Luke for stuff like that because just because it's kind of easier to talk to Luke because he knows where my head is. I know kind of where his is. So
for sure,
yeah.
So Grill Master asks, what aspects of baseball do you think help you in football or vice versa?
Baseball, you have to be really like your mobility. You have to like be able to move around like really well. So like in football, you obviously got to move around. So I feel like the mobility part of baseball really helped me become a better football player. Also, like stiff hips, like baseball, I used to have really stiff hips.
Yeah.
And like working on that has like really transitioned me to become a better receiver.
Are you a pitcher, infielder?
I'm an outfielder.
You're an outfielder.
Yeah,
Okay.
outfielder.
There's another guy who played football here in outfield. I think his name is Jameis Winston.
Yeah.
So
Who's that
that's
guy?
Yeah. I don't know. I do know one time we saw him throw basically from the fence to the third base.
Oh yeah, James had a
third base
hose.
thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
He was crazy, man. Seminole 50 asked BJ, what's it been like working with Coach Storms? # built by Storms.
Oh yeah. Coach Storms, bro, that's my guy. I love Coach Storms. I feel like he's done a really good job with the weight room stuff, even like the speed stuff, like the speed training that we do in the winter program. But the winter program really transitioned my body. I mean, I came here at 188 pounds, and I'm like fluctuating between 200 and like 196 right now. So
And still kept all your speed.
matter of fact, I actually got faster.
I will say at my age, that's not what happens when you gain 20 pounds. you
Yeah,
know?
but I mean, when it's muscle, like it's different.
So, it seems like Coach Storms is really involved in all aspects of it. I mean, we see him flying around the practice field. You see him on the sidelines at games. So, how helpful is that when you're transitioning from a high school program to a college weight program, having a strength coach that's not just in the weight room, but is at every aspect of your training?
It's just like that, like with everything here. Like the people here, I feel like they're more involved than just like outside of their job. Like they're involved with everything, which is a big reason why I chose to come here, because of the people. Like the people are involved in everything you see. I mean, like you see, like just like with the boosters, like you see them pouring into us. So like that just tells me that they believe in the student athletes here, and like that's really
absolutely, man.
That's grown as a culture here.
You know, it's just cool from this side. Like when the fans hear y'all talk about this, because that's why people are so passionate about this place. It's awesome that it kind of y'all feel that energy that's put into you by the supporters. But yeah, man, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for giving the fans some of your time and getting to know you a little bit here on a Wednesday night. And yeah, man, we look forward to talking to you again soon. I'll let you hop out and we'll bring Camden Fryer in.
I appreciate you for having me.
Good talking to you. Yeah. We'll see you, man.
Have a good one.